Hey, Tessa, what's up?
Hey, Dr. John, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm okay. I've been better, but I've also been worse, so I'm okay.
All right. Well, so how can I help? What's going on?
So my question is, what kind of therapy or counseling can I seek for my husband and I, or at least my husband, hopefully both of us, for like financial infidelities? I found out recently that he has been hiding money away in an account I thought he had closed when we got married. And probably about 9 months to a year ago, I had found out he'd opened a couple of different credit cards. And I'm just.
What's he spending stuff on?
Miscellaneous things, but the main thing is he'll use the money in our account to go buy scratchers and to go buy lottery tickets and to buy miscellaneous random things. And then he uses the other things to pay bills due to all the money he's spending on mainly gambling.
Okay. So does he have a gambling problem?
I think he does.
Okay.
And before we got married, I had told him that's my biggest worry because this is my second marriage. And I was married the first time for 18 years. And my first husband put our house in foreclosure twice because of his gambling. So I had told him, I said, gambling is a hard no for me. And I didn't know until we've been married for almost 10 years. And I didn't know until recently how bad his gambling was. And I'm just so stressed about it. I stress about money. When I was a single mom, I stressed about it. And I think I kept it, pretty tight ship, but we were still paying our bills, when I was a single mom. And, now my husband and I are together. We've been married for, 10 years, and we make so much money, but we're living paycheck to paycheck. And I don't understand why. And
have you, or when this came to light, what was his response?
Slightly angered. Basically, like, why would I question, not question his loyalty, but question, why I would think he was doing something wrong.
Because he was.
And yeah, he was.
Because he was. Don't let him gaslight you like that.
And, we've talked about it. I've gotten the Every Dollar app.
Hold on. Whoa. Stop. You're avoiding the easy things, but the really hard things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And let's just honor your nervous system for a second. You've been down this road that you suddenly woke up. It's like you were asleep. You know what? It's like Dumb and Dumber when they think they're going to the Rockies and they wake up in Nebraska or wherever they are.
Yeah.
That's where it just happened to you, but it's happened to you before.
Yeah.
And you swore you would never fall asleep when someone else was driving again, and you just woke up and you're in Nebraska again, and every alarm bell your body has, it's ringing off the hook.
It is.
Okay?
It really is.
Okay, so and you just stop for a second. There's some very simple things to do. Very hard, but very simple things to do.
Yeah.
Have you pulled a credit report of your Social Security number? Every open account, every revolving credit account with your Social Security number attached to it?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you didn't know about on there that's open?
No.
Okay. Has he done that?
Yes.
In front of you?
No.
Okay. So if I'm in your situation, this is me turning all the lights on, turning all the music off. I say that all the time. Here's what that actually means. Before we have one more conversation, I want to see your credit report. I want to see every single account you have open, and I want access to all of the expenses and withdrawals from those accounts.
Okay.
It's been my experience that 99% of the time, There's not some altruistic husband who has a secret savings account trying to make his wife a secret millionaire.
Yeah.
99% of the time, he's seeing somebody else or he's got some sort of addictive behavior that he's lost control of.
Yeah.
Period. And anybody who loves somebody who finds secret accounts and secret credit cards and secret debts, who wants to preserve the marriage, it's kind of like finding out your husband or wife is having an affair and you say, open your phone now. If they want to stay married, they open the phone and they deal with what's on that phone. If they don't, and they want to preserve their ego, then they start hiding everything. So before we go any further, no more conversations, no more are we going to counseling. Counseling is after we have discovered the extent of this mess. And by the way, new things will come to light in counseling, fine. But here's everything on the table. I want to see a copy of your credit report right now. I want you to pull it right in front of me.
Right.
And I want to see it. I want to highlight with a highlighter all of the open accounts, all of the debts against those accounts. And they're not all going to be current, by the way. Number two, I want every single account you have open. Show me all of them. You don't trust me? How dare you? No, I do not. I don't trust you. Let's open them up. And if you don't, behavior is a language. You are telling me that you want to hide things from me. And you want me to have to make some hard decisions about the trustworthiness of our relationship. You get to choose. Okay?
Yeah.
You see it? What we're talking about isn't a counseling conversation. It's a boundaries conversation.
I kind of wondered if that was the thing as well. I guess because I feel like I've done so much and I've told him how important it was to me, and I felt like,
and that's the betrayal. You have to own the betrayal.
Yeah.
You literally, when you got engaged and were dating and got married, you put on the table, this one thing can never happen.
Yeah.
And he said, all right. And then he stomped on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened.
It's not your fault, but thank you.
No, I know it's not my fault, but I'll sit with you.
You know, he was in the military for 28 years and has PTSD, and
it's a context, not an excuse.
I know. And I feel like I have avoided confronting him because of his anger issues. Not that he's ever shown anger to me or my children or anything. But I just wanted to be his safe space, and now I feel like I'm his, but he doesn't want to be mine.
Maybe. Or sometimes with my children, I'm their safest space when I draw really firm boundaries.
Yeah, it's true.
And again, he's not your child, but he may be so out of control and so desperate for a boundary and so ashamed and embarrassed that the most loving thing you can do is say, I will not participate in this anymore. I want to see it. Show me all your cards.
Wow.
And if you're unsafe, be very wise about how you have this conversation.
Oh, no, I'm safe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm safe. Definitely 100%.
Okay.
Well, there's a conversation to have tonight.
Yeah. And by the way, this is going to sound counterintuitive.
Right.
And this is going to sound like capitulating. That's kind of an annoying word I just used. It's going to sound like unnecessarily submissive because let's say you're 1,000% in the right here. Okay.
Yeah.
And from your story, I think you are. What's the goal here? Is the goal to beat him up or to shame him or to win an interaction? Or is the goal here to feel safe in your own skin, in your own home, in your own marriage?
It's to feel safe.
Okay.
In my own skin, my own home, my own marriage.
Okay. So there is a way to confront. And confront can be done in two ways. It can be done with a finger pointed at somebody.
Right.
You have done this. Or it can be, every day I wake up in my own house and I'm so scared I can't breathe.
Yeah.
I'm terrified about our money situation. I'm terrified about what I found out. I'm so scared. Will you help me not feel so scared anymore? And if he says no, or I've got it under control, I can't breathe. Will you help me? What does that even mean? I want you to pull a credit report right now so that I can see with my own eyes what kind of situation we're in. I'm telling you we're fine. I can't breathe. I need to see it on my own. I need you to pull up every account we have and be completely honest with me about the situation we are in. And hopefully you hear the difference. It's an invitation. Can you help me? Can you, my husband, help me breathe by showing me what kind of mess we're in?
Yeah.
Or one of them is throwing grenades. You're right to throw grenades. It's just not always helpful.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
this doesn't mean you're not accepting. This means you're just being very quiet with your power and your strength.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And be prepared for what you might find. Something tells me about how this is really close on the surface here. You think there's a lot to be uncovered here. Are you worried about what you're going to find?
I'm terrified of what I'm going to find.
Okay.
I really am.
Let's do this sooner rather than later, okay?
Absolutely. Yep. Pull the Band-Aid off.
And I'm happy to talk to him too if he wants to call me. Like, what do we do now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will let him know.
Okay.
I will.
He probably won't want to talk to me.
He probably won't.
But maybe. All right. I'll be thinking about you guys, okay? Let me know how it goes. And then once we know everything on the table, then we can get into the what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? But we first have to realize just how lost we are before we start figuring out where do we go from here. Thanks for the call, Tessa. I wish you guys the absolute best.